That's exactly right. Why do we need the government getting in the way? And this is exactly how the left feels about the American people. Today, House Judiciary Committee Republicans asked Nina Jankowicz to brief the committee and provide documents and communications about the board that she supposedly is going to lead. Well, let's bring in Colorado Congressman and member of the House Judiciary Committee, Ken Buck. Congressman, good to see you. You had several House Republicans on the committee send a letter to her about this Disinformation Governance Board. I noticed you didn't sign the letter, but you tweeted about the letter. So it looks like you supported it. You didn't sign it. Can you explain where you are on this?
Sure, I'm going to sign the letter. Anything that brings a witness like that to the Judiciary Committee. We're not in D.C. right now, and so there's different communication going on. But I think it's really important to look at a number of different issues. And one, Sean, we're Article 1. We have the power of the purse. This announcement by the Department of Homeland Security that they have started a new effort didn't come through the Appropriations Committee. It didn't come through Congress in any way. They just decided they were going to take money that was designated for a different purpose and use it for this board. Completely unconstitutional activity. Senator Paul is absolutely right. What is the government doing deciding what the truth is and what is not the truth? Let the people decide that. We have a marketplace of ideas. We have always encouraged vigorous debate in the marketplace of ideas, and to allow the government, a very left-leaning executive branch, to decide the truth is dangerous.
So, Congressman, in this letter, you were requesting Nina Jankowicz to testify, but you are in the minority currently. So what is the goal here ultimately?
Well, the goal is to make sure the American public knows exactly how ridiculous Secretary Mayorkas is. Here's a man who has single-handedly allowed the numbers of illegal immigrants to skyrocket in this country, allowed the amount of fentanyl coming into this country to skyrocket, allowed this human trafficking to burgeon also. There are so many mistakes on his watch, and now he goes and decides that he's going to start determining what the truth is. He didn't know that she had taken these positions. He hadn't seen her TikTok videos. Who in the Department of Homeland Security is going to be fired over this? This is a major public relations disaster for the Biden administration, and Secretary Mayorkas should be held accountable.
You know, as you were talking, I was thinking of something. You got someone who's leading a disinformation board going on TikTok, which is a Chinese propaganda tool, and that in itself should have set off alarm bells, right? You're using a Chinese propaganda tool, which the United States government tells employees not to get on, and then you're hiring someone to get on and lead a disinformation thing. But there was something that really intrigued me last weekend. When he was asked about the rollout of this, Mayorkas said, you know, it was sloppy, and it's actually more of a working group, and he tried to walk it back. And it got me thinking, is this more like a Trojan horse where they're trying to quietly walk it through and say, really, there's nothing here, it's just a working group, and we're really not going to be doing anything important, so that they can kind of slide it into the government bureaucracy. And then, you know, months later, we suddenly wake up and realize the power and scope of it.
Well, Sean, you remember during COVID, the Biden administration communicated with the Center for Disease Control and the big tech companies and asked the big tech companies to make sure that they took down disinformation. And it's the same situation here, where it's the Biden administration deciding, okay, wearing a mask has one impact, or getting a vaccine isn't dangerous for these reasons. The American people can make those decisions. We just need the information, and that's the job of the administration, is to give information out. But I have a feeling that, just as you've said, this is a sneak attack, and they will get this established in government. And once it's established in government, then they hope that they can use this to intimidate media groups, big tech, and others into following their line of thought.
That's right.
So you talked about having the power of the purse. Likely you will have control of the House in November and be in place by January. Are you planning on removing any funding from this board?
Well, as one of 435 members, I would absolutely vote to remove funding for this board, as well as dozens of other things that the Department of Homeland Security is doing. Hopefully, we will have control. Republicans will have control in the Senate also, and we will be able to put appropriations bills on the president's desk for his signature that that have a different vision than the bills that are now being signed.
Congressman Ken Buck, appreciate your time as always. Look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, another way the left cracked down on Americans' freedoms is